I'm Bruce Arnold. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about my new course, Symmetrical Trichord Pairs. Pretty fancy title for a pretty hip concept. What I'm doing is going back and forth between two symmetrical three-note groups. So what you just heard there in the intro was me going back and forth between a C, D, and a G, and an E flat, F, and a B flat. So both of those have the same structure. There's a whole step from C to D, and a fifth from C to G. And if we start on E flat to F, whole step, E flat to B flat, a fifth. So what's happening is we have two symmetrical structures, and we're moving back and forth between them. And within the course, there's a example of that pattern, just moving up simply like that. Okay, now let's just put that in with a little C minor vamp here. So C minor vamp playing C, D, and G, E flat, F, and B flat. Now I'm just going to play it slow first. Alright, that's what it sounds like. You could do all kinds of things with it rather than just play it like that. You could play it kind of bluesy. So you can make it into any sort of idiom if you want. Let's say you were a heavy metal guy. Alright, so I just did some sweeps with it. Lots of different ways to do it, but I'll just play a little bit more of this so you can hear it a little bit more. Okay, so you can see it's a pretty cool sounding thing, so it's a very fancy name, symmetrical trichord, trichord just meaning a three-note pattern, pairs meaning that there's two of them. But of course in this course there's a lot of other combinations, like 800 or so. So it's a huge course, but it really allows you to look into all kinds of different types of patterns. Let's take a look at one that's a little more unusual. What I'm going to do is take C, F, and G flat. So if you were in the key of C, it'd be 1, 4, and flat 5, and 2, flat 3, and 6. All right. So if I just played that for you, let's see. We'll start with the root. So C. All right. So then we got. Repeat that pattern. Right. Now the cool thing about this is that you can also put these into chords. So let me just make a little vamp for you here so you can hear that. Okay, so what I've done there is I've just taken those notes, C, F, and G flat, and A, D, and E flat, and made it into a little pattern. Just so you know, this could also be part of a Dorian flat 5 scale, which is the second mode of harmonic major, just for you, those of you that are counting out there. Anyway, I think this has a pretty cool sound. Let me just improvise a little bit. All right, so within this course, you're going to find all kinds of different types. That one's a little more exotic sounding. The first one I did was much more normal sounding. So you'll find all kinds of different types of patterns within this course. The book is meant more as a reference book because I give you like 3 or 4 pages of some ideas of how to use this, and of course you have this video here too. But basically, with that many patterns, it's going to be something that you're accessing, for years, really. What's cool is that it's set up in a way that, let's say you're working on something and you need some particular type of sound, like, this pattern I just did. You wanted something that had a 4th and a half step in it. Or for those of you that know pitch class set theory, it would be an 0-1-6. So let's say you want that type of sound for whatever type of piece of music that you're writing or playing over, then you can go look that up in the book and look at all kinds of different types of patterns that you could play with that. As far as practicing this, if you're really into it, I would just start with something like the 0-2-7s or the 0-1-6s, 0-1-3s, and just play through some of these patterns. Just pick a group of them every day. I've obviously worked on these for decades, so I'm just playing it, I just hear it, but it takes a while to develop that, so just keep in mind that this is a new sounding thing, a very cool sound, but sounds different. If you start playing it for people, they're going to say, gee, what is that? Okay, so that is the new Symmetrical Trichord Pair course. I hope you enjoy it.